I've been, I was at the firehouse for like 3 hours. And I was trying to figure out what to do. And then they called the cops, and then the cops came, and I talked to the cops, and then they brought us up here to Children's Services. So with that being said, before they take custody of them, does anybody want them? So yeah, I done reached out, no response, no nothing, and I'm tired, I'm over it. I let the fuck out of them, but like I said, if anybody wants to take custody of them or whatever, we are up here at Children's Services. I think she about to walk back in here.
Hey, what's your plan for tonight? We're gonna have you sit in the lobby. I've got to interview the kids. Did the police bring you in with the kids?
No, I drove. I just followed them.
Okay. And they had the kids in their car, did you?
Yeah, they had the kids and the medic with them.
Okay. So if you want to sit in the lobby, I'm going to interview them, and my supervisor is going to look for a plan to see if we can come up with something. But currently, agency does have custody. They gave us custody. I don't know if they explained that to you.
Mm-mm.
When the police bring the kids in, they give us what's called law. It's emergency custody, just because they have concerns.
Yeah, because I'm overwhelmed. My health is,
Yeah.
like it's, I don't have no help with them at all.
So I'm going to go back and interview the kids, and right now, it's out of dependency, so it's no fault of anybody's. But anything can change. If somebody tells me something, it could be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a question. I still have like clothes and stuff. Can I bring their clothes up here, or do you guys get all new clothes, or?
It will depend. Depending on where they go. If they go to a foster home, they'll provide the clothes. They don't usually take clothes from outside because of bed bug concerns and stuff.
Yeah, although I don't have none, but yeah.
Okay, I know, but you
No,
know, you came from foster parents.
I would feel the same.
Yeah, if you're bringing kids into your home, you're not going to always trust that.
And
if
now,
they have special things like blankets or toys, when you get assigned a caseworker, you can always.
I was at the firehouse.
Woo,
Yeah,
I got a lot to
so
say on that one, but go ahead.
yeah, so yes, so there's a situation in our black community that they're for her, she, like I said, she does a little checked out, and she's like, she made a decision of give her kids away to CPS and everything, and and there's situations like this, which is like people it can be cringy sometimes, but go ahead, Ronnie. Now, what's your take? Was she wrong for giving up on her?
Oh man, ladies, stop allowing man to. I'm trying to be careful. Stop allowing man to come inside you. If the man is not financially capable of taking care of you or the child, stop it. That's the issue with the black community. Women keep allowing men to buzz down, and they know they don't have the mental capability of handling it. This is sad. This pissed me off because it's like, dude, now you're putting kids into the system, foster care, where they already know a lot of kids that's in the foster care system doesn't do well in life. They need a home. These women, that's what I say. These women, I don't understand them. Like they get these. No, I'm trying to be careful. I ain't trying to get. They get these terrible men, and they constantly keep allowing them to do stuff to them, and then they get mad, and then now you have a woman like, bro, that's sad, bro. That shit. piss me off because I'm like, dude, it's stories after stories after stories after stories after stories. Like, come on now. Now, you know, I'm one of them people. I don't agree with deletion. I don't agree with deletion. I don't agree. But sometimes I be like, I see why, because bro, look at her. Like, literally break down, look at the video. That girl look like she's about to break down. Thank God she didn't do nothing to them kids.
Yep. You right, Ron. You right, Ron. I commend her because she got help. She got help for herself and the children. You wouldn't think
Yes.
about what will happen in the future. So I commend her, but it's still a sad situation, man. Listen, as a father of 3, it's a lot. It takes a lot and a lot of commitment because you give up yourself, to be honest with you. You give up all the stuff that you want to do. And she's young, man. You could tell that she still want to do her life. But once you have a kid, I'll be honest with you, man, your whole mentality is focused on them, raising them, providing for them. And I'm gonna tell you something. I wish I could do a lot, but my 3 kids are the greatest decision I've ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? And the only way I could do that is that I continue being selfless person to make sure that they got everything that they need, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, more women understand is that they gotta understand which route they want to go. Do they want to commit to have a child, or do they want to continue living their life for themselves? And it's all right if they want to do one or the other, but the fact is you can't choose both.
That's true. Situations like this, and I'm gonna talk about in our family and my wife's family. When we see stuff like this, it can be cousins or aunties, whatever like that. When the kids want to give up on their kids, one of our aunties or grandmas, we're gonna try to adopt them and everything, because we do have some people in our family or some people that you do know that are not, you know, well taken care of, or what I'm trying to say, not the mothering type. You know, they might have the kid, but they're not mothers and everything or like that. You know, we might have that somebody in our you know, in our family members that does that. In our family, in my wife's family, when we see stuff like that, you know, we make sure that, you know, if we have talks like that, and if we want to be the guardians, we will do that and everything. So I know if my cousins are in that situation, in anything like that, you know, I'll be saying, hey, if you're in that situation, you need help, you know, let me be the guardian, and I'll take care of your kids. Or, you know, if you need me to be the guardian of your kids all the way till they get turn 18, 19, if you just not, you know, a mothering type, you know, we are, like I said, in that family, in the Black community, I've seen in my family, is these family that we will make sure we will adopt the kids and be guardians and everything. But in her situation, how, you know, it seems like she had no type of family member and she had to get up for CPS and everything. It's just, you know, very sad to see and everything. It's very, very sad. I just wish for her, you know, she would have maybe a family member, an auntie, a mother, a grandparent, because there's like I said, also grandparents, especially grandmothers in the Black community, you know, they look at situations like, you're not qualified to be a mother. I'm gonna take it from you, and I'm gonna raise this kid and everything. And it looks like unfortunately she didn't have a grandmother, any family member who take that duties from her, and she had to get wait for CPS and everything. And this is a sad look and everything. But it was allegedly, this is what rumors. It's not a video, but it said allegedly after she gave her kids away, she did without clubbing. Allegedly, I just want to throw that out. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Joe was right. Go ahead.
That was a tweet too. It was a tweet that we seen. We outside tonight. I want to just comment and say what Joe and them said. First, we want to applaud her because these situations typically end up with the kids are unalive. I want to applaud her for doing the right thing. Foster care is not the best, but it's better to have these kids alive. I want to say that. Now, secondly, I want to say that a woman's flight with kids, we technically don't understand. As a man, I could never fathom it. A single mother flight. I'm going to just put that out there. But what I do want to say, and Joe, you hear me say this all the time. Ron hear me say this, and y'all both are examples of it. You can't do this by yourself. You need a partner. This is why Monique said this Monique said this in the chat. When you finding a mate, discernment is key. Vetting is key, because you potentially can end up by yourself with a child and you mentally cannot handle this is why you need a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Postpartum depression is very serious.
Yes.
Postpartum depression is very serious.
And I'm gonna say that I want to add this to know Hakeem. My wife, she's in a postpartum, and that could last for a year, maybe even more. I just want to say let that know. But go ahead.
So when you're married and you're with a partner who actively want to be there were some key things that I noticed in that video, which was troubling to me, which let me know this. One, she never mentioned the father.
Yes.
Secondly, you mentioned this, Jordan, which also say this, and I'm going to say this, and this is what we practice in Islam and everything. It takes a village to raise children. And I think that's just any community that we in, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. It takes a village.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all know this, and a lot of y'all on this panel can understand this. When a lot of girls get pregnant in the ghetto, she's on her own. Tell me if I'm lying.
No, you telling the truth.
She's on her own. Everybody has turned her back on them. If she did not pick the best baby father, she's on her own. It's out of sight, out of mind. The next place she would have been is in the shelter, struggling to get by. So this is why I'm going to keep promoting marriage. I'm going to keep promoting vetting, regardless of what anybody talks about, because you have these situations here that's happening in front of ourselves every day. There was a case, Joe, I'm going to mention this case. You should already know this. There was a woman, I don't know if this happened in South Boston, where 3 of her kids got frozen to death, unalived. They did not convict her. When I read the story, because somebody back home mentioned it to me, I was like, what she was going through for it to get to this point. Where was her husband? Where was the man at?
Or where was the village?
Where was the village at? That's another thing, because it's quickly easy to say, I'm going to blame the man. The man walked out on her. We don't know what happened. We don't know if she chose the right guy to have kids with. And sometimes, this is no judgment to any women here. This is not pointing fingers. We all are complicit to this situation as a community, as a village, and as a family. This is why we need to be very smart and make the right decision. Because one decision, it's a lifetime.
And I'm with Black Beauty. She said something in the comment, which I do agree with it. We use this as a lot, that we always say that is, oh, she can't take care of it, give it to the grandma, give it to the auntie. No. Like, we gotta stop promoting that. No. Stop laying down with these bum ass niggas. Point blank, period. Sorry, I didn't want to go hardcore, but I'm just saying, like, for real, stop laying down with these bum ass niggas. There's good men out here, because people they use this a lot. Ain't no good man. That's bullshit. Because you got men like Hakeem, you got men like myself, Jordan. Joe don't hurt him. There is a lot of good men with a right head on their shoulder that are trying to build a community. Y'all made a choice. Y'all want to lay down with these niggas, so live with it. Don't give it to your auntie and to your grandma. Nah, that's not their responsibility. That's yours.
True. Right.
And then they said allegedly she went out and party. That bitch need to be in jail. Excuse my language. Go ahead.
It's a hurtful situation, because, you know what I mean, from a person who doesn't have kids and who want children, I would never want to see a kid. And I don't know what emotional stress is going on, knowing that she's handed her kids over. And here's what was even disturbing about it. It was videoed.
Exactly.
For
so she made it clear. Yeah.
Crazy. Which is going to be on the internet. When these kids start getting cell phones, they're going to run into this. And this is where I say that we need to stop putting our business out there. Now I come back. Where was the community? Where was the other ladies, the other single moms who could be like, hey, girl, let me help you out. because a lot of us men, you want to know why I say we're the other single mom? A lot of us men who don't have kids, or even if we have kids, but if we're not in the house, we can't relate to this.
Now that, but I came, they shame us for that too.
Yeah.
Y'all guys 35, 34, 31. Y'all ain't got no kids, dog. Go have some kids. I be like, bro, you think I want them to struggle like your kids?
Listen, Joe.
I'm telling you, our community is fucked.
Y'all made right decisions, man. Y'all making right decisions.
I told me, I know.
Situation.
Facts.
Yeah, you made the right decision.
I don't want my kids in foster care. That's not how I was raised. My dad taught me. He said, "Yo, the day you have kids, your mind got to be different.
Yeah,
you got to survive out here. These type of men, this generation are sorry, bro. They sorry men, bro. Sorry.
They selfish,
Yeah.
Brother Ron. They selfish, man. They're gonna always forever think about themselves. They're grown children, by the way, man, and they can't even take away of any of the children, man.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I was blessed to have a dad in my life to show me and mind you, my dad's actions. He didn't say much, but his actions showed me. My dad went to work, came home every day. He didn't have no outside kids. He stayed here, raised me, and showed me. And then my mother also said, "Don't be bringing no babies home." She said, "If you get somebody pregnant, you're gonna have to marry her." I always kept that in my mind. And this is why I'm at this age I am now. If I want to do this, I want to do this the right way, and I want to make sure we're going to stay together, because we know statistically kids are far off better when there's two parents in the household.
Akeem, you got to understand is that us coming from fatherless kids, we got to be the example. Because what you just said is, I got to be committed. I show my kids the best way to be a right man, a good father, is to do it consecutively every day to show them that. Because when they have their children, hopefully, and if not, that's fine. But if they do have their children, they have an example to go off of.
Yeah.
And then there's people trying to find what to blame. I blame sexuality. I blame the church. They trying to find something to blame. Like, nah, stop the blame game. We got to be smart out here. We got to think of the community. The reason the black community the way it is because the simple fact is we dysfunctional. We not thinking properly. We not thinking the way we should be thinking. Back in the days, even though they were saying they were doing it back in the day, but back in the day they had strong leaders in the community telling them like, hey, you gotta understand, you get her pregnant, that's your wife. You marry her, and you figure it out.
Ron, but couldn't pick a better weekend than Mother's Day weekend. We not here for the only reason for our mothers. Our mothers is the reason why we're talking right now. Our mothers is the reason why we're the men we are. So my thing is that you couldn't pick a better weekend to give all the respect to the mothers out there that grew us, raised us to be the men we are. And that's what I'm saying is that you got to understand is that there's a lot of things going on in your mother's life, but she took it upon herself to put that aside, to raise you, to bless you, to support you, to get you where you are right now.
I also want to say this in my last point, and I want to ask y'all brothers if y'all agree with me. There's good fathers in all walks of life, gangsters, businessmen, and it is all about choosing the person who wants to be there. That's all I'm saying.
Preach.
I know guys who ran the streets but still wanted to come home every night to be with their kids. You know what I mean? I know guys who are businessmen who do this but still want to come home and be there. Picking the right person who understands the value of fathership and the value of being with you and the kids, it's the main important. And who doesn't have a thirst to be with other women. That's a key question here. Is he content with being with you and raising the kids? And it's okay to ask them kind of questions. Hey, do you see yourself sleeping with other people? That should give you your answer to know that. And if I get pregnant, and this is a question a lot of women need to ask, if I get pregnant, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say that. In the dating stage, You need to have conversations like that. If we get intimate, the condom break, or we doing unprotected, I gotta let you know you straight. That's the first thing a man should tell a woman. I gotta make sure you straight.
Straight. Mm-hmm.
You straight. Cause anything happen, I want to make sure that you're not having postpartum depression, you're not having all these thoughts. Cause I want to put it in your head, you straight. I'm just making that clear. That's a smart man. That's an intelligent man. You could be a street dude and still be smart. There's a lot of them that are. But it's just that these women hook themselves up with these bums, and then at the end of the day, Hakeem, we got to come and fix the community. No.
Yes.
No.
He said it. He said it.
We gotta
He
come.
said it.
Me, you gotta come.
We gotta
Jordan
come
Herman,
and fix the
Jordan
community.
No, that's not how it works, bro. No.
Listen,
No.
Joe, in the future, and Jordan, in the future, when we have the means, we need to have fathership classes across the United States in the ghetto, and we need men like y'all to come and talk, especially you, Joe. Especially you, since you've been a father for many years, you understand the nuances of it. For a lot of guys who are struggling with this, you know what I mean? This need to be a mandatory class in the jail system for guys who are coming out with kids, for young fathers who are in school, to understand the meaning of, and this is what we need: fathership classes, we need brotherhood classes, and we need classes on just how to act in the community.
JJ asked the question, how do we know, you asked, how do we know they're bum? As a woman, women know, come on, JJ, you know women know when the guy's a bum. Y'all talk among each other. Y'all know when a guy's a bum.
Listen, the fact that she giving the kids up to CPS lets you know the guys didn't even go get the kids.
Exactly,
Listen,
he's a bum.
he's a bum. Because
Exactly.
listen here.
Where's the father? The father
Yeah.
took the kids, man.
And listen, she wouldn't have, listen, she would have never even been online if she knew, hey, I'm gonna come drop the kids off. You and your mama, I'm gonna come drop the kids off. You taking them gone. Most guys will be like, okay, most real fathers, it's like, hey, drop them off. They're straight.
And the problem is, Hakeem, them kids are gonna grow up with a lot of hurt,
Yes.
a lot of anger.
Yep.
And that's what's going to destroy the community again, because it's going to be hurtful kids out here going to gang bang. My dad don't love me, or she going to be selling her body. My mom didn't love me. She want to go out there and party.
Listen,
This is the black community. Go ahead.
On TikTok, I get on my feed, I see a lot of obituaries on TikTok of young guys that are younger than me. And when I look at it, it's always the mothers that are there. Yep. No fathers all around. So and it hurts to say this because the next generation of men is just being killed off. It's not going to be a lot of us. When people complain that the ratio to women and men is still overwhelming, look what's going on. So we got to fix it.
No, but I know it's about that time. But this, shout out to you, Jordan, because this type of conversation we need to have.
Yeah,
I understand we always talk about the relationship and this and that. Those are, but it's a lot of mothers, especially like Jordan Horn said, we on Mother's Day. It's a lot of mothers out here struggling.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Jordan Hurd. Thank you so much for being on the panel, my brother. Now that they're able to share this moment with us. Cause I think that, hell, I can care less if we go viral or not. I really, to be honest, I can really care less. I like conversations like these because these are the type of conversations we don't be having.
No.
We don't have these because everybody like, I don't want it. It's too serious, too deep. It's gonna make me cry. So what? I think we need to have these type of conversations.
Yep.
It's Mother's Day. Mothers are struggling. People trying to figure out what I'm gonna give my mom for Mother's Day because they're broke. The kids looking bummy. And not only that, but shout out to the fathers too that are taking care of their kids. Because we know a guy in this space who take his time and taking care of his 3 beautiful daughters. Like he doing the best he can. And people make fun of him for that. That's why I'm like, this is the mental state of our people.
Yep. That's the